guys, and welcome to Phil's Fitness Show, and today we're going to go through the top 5 leg exercises, well my top 5 anyway, but before we get into it, subscribe to my channel, give me a little thumbs up on the video, and now let's get into it. So the first exercise we're going to go through, the king of leg exercises, is the squat. Now I'm going to get under the bar and do some squats, but that is not for everybody. To be fair, you've got to be quite advanced really to get under the bar, have the barbell on your back and start doing some squats. So before I get into that, I'm going to go through 2 simple variations of the squats that you can start right now if you're not quite comfortable. The easiest variation is quite simply a body weight squat. This would have come in pretty handy when the gyms were all closed, of course, but body weight squat. I want the feet just past hip width apart with the toes pointing out. So hands out in front of me, I'm going to squat down, boom, gets level with the knee, chest stays up, I'm going to push up. I'm going to squat down, boom, level with the knee, heels staying on the floor, I'm not coming off. Heel stays on the floor, chest stays up, no rounding off the back, chest stays up nicely, push up. Down, up, down, up. And that is quite simply a body weight squat. Okay, so once you've mastered the body weight squat, it's now time to add a bit of weight. This is called a gobble squat. Once again, it's a bit more advanced, of course, than the body weight, but it's a little bit easier than having the bar on your back. So before I get in position, feet first, toes pointed out, just past hip width apart. Let's get the dumbbell to our front, stays close to our chest. And now I'm ready to squat. That's my start position. Chest stays up. Once again, boom, level with the knee, and we come back up. A good way of thinking about it as well is elbows come inside your knees, back up. Elbows inside the knees, push back up. And this is called a gobble squat. I actually have no idea why. Okay, leg exercise number 3, the quad extension. So this is really going to isolate the quads, which of course at the front, hamstrings at the back. But for this exercise, it's going to be quad dominant. So make sure, once again, every single gym has different varieties of this type of equipment. So make sure it's very comfortable on your back. Make sure you got the pads in a position for your height. Select the weight that you want. Handles on the side, make sure we're going to pull ourselves down. If the weight gets quite heavy, as we flick up, you'll notice that my hips want to rise. So the idea behind holding this is to make sure that I stay static and the only movement is coming from the knee to extend your legs out. Pull yourself in, and from there, ready to go. Straight away, I can feel a burn on my quads. You'll notice that the movement is constant. That's purely to keep the tension in the quads. And wow, that's burning me already. Exercise number 4, the Bulgarian split squat. Now this is a very difficult exercise, so highly recommend for the time being, before we start adding any weight, just do body weight. Get that balance, make sure you get that range of motion, and if you're comfortable with all that, then you can start adding some weight. But for today, I'm a little bit worn out. I'm not going to put any weight on myself. Make sure we're a good distance away from the bench. Got to get that chest up once again. Like I say, if you feel confident enough, you can use dumbbells. If you're feeling really brave and you're quite advanced, you can even have a barbell on your back. And you come back like this. But like I say, for today, we're just going to be doing body weight. So the foot, to be a foot on the bench, that chest stays up. I'm simply going to squat down on one leg so you can see how difficult it can be. Chest stays up, and I want my left hip to get level with my left knee. Going to come down, left hip, left knee, back up. Come down, left hip, left knee, back up. I'm not leaning forward. None of this. That chest stays up, and that leg, all the pressure is coming off that front leg, trying not to put any pressure on that back leg. And once you're done, let's switch it over. Chest stays up once again, rear foot on that bench, all the pressure through the front leg, chest up, right hip, right knee. Let's get nice and straight, all the way down, full range of motion. I'm even losing my balance and I'm going to weight. Super difficult exercise, so make sure you perform it correctly. Boom. Okay, the 5th and final exercise of the leg workout. I'm back on this machine. Before, I was doing quad extension, for the quads obviously. Now I'm going to do a curl to get the hamstrings. It's very rare that you see an exercise, by the way, that does a seated leg curl and a seated extension. But here we are. Going to get ourselves in position, and like I said before, I was flicking out, now I'm gonna curl it in. Like same as before, I'm gonna grip the bar, I'm gonna pull myself in, because as I bring this in now, I'll feel my hips want to rise, but I've got to pull myself in, just so the whole movement just comes underneath to curl it in. Grip yourself in, chest up, in, and we're working that contraction right underneath the hamstrings. It's a big contraction. Once again, trying to let any momentum whatsoever. You don't have to lift crazy heavy to feel it's working. Okay, let's get into the barbell squat then. If you've done the body weight and you've done the gobble squat and you feel quite comfortable, let's give this a whirl. You need to make sure you're nice and even when you come underneath. These little rings, use them as a guide for your hand grip. Once I've got that grip nice and even, I'm going to dive myself underneath. It's going to sit nicely on the back, on the traps. Take the bar off, take a step back. First thing you do before you do anything is make sure you've got that feet position sorted again. Toes pointed out, feet just past hip width apart. What I'm going to do now before I squat down, brace the core. I'm going to pull the bar down so I've got the lats engaged, so the whole body is nice and tight and ready for this movement. And once I'm in position, I'm going to take a deep breath, lower myself down, boom, level with the knee, push back up. Push back up. Chest stays upright, and I'm pushing through the heels to get the bar up. Once you're done, come forward. Make sure you're nice and safe. Bam. Wow, guys, what a leg workout that was. That's my top 5 leg workouts, and you need to get that done if you want to start having some quality legs. Stop focusing just on upper body, will you? Let's get some legs involved. But thank you very much for watching. Subscribe. You know what to do. Give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one.